Hey guys, I'm Driftby, and after doing some Molten Core on Heat Level 3, I truly underestimated the issue that comes with relying on the fire res that paladin and shamans provide. There are at least 5 bosses that are really going to highlight this issue for your raid. And there's an answer to this issue, but it comes with a trade-off. Magic resist potions will give you 50 to all resistances, but this does not stack with Mark of the Wild or Paladin Shaman fire res. So this is 50 fire res, 10 short of the regular fire res aura, but much better than Mark of the Wild. The trade-off is it will put other potions on cooldown, so if you're a healer or tank, it's slightly problematic considering you want to use potions for either mana gain or armor gain. This will also stop you from using a greater fire protection potion mid-boss fight. But popping one before the fight is always a great practice. This potion lasts 3 minutes, with its cooldown being 2 minutes, leaving you some breathing room in case you may forget to reapply it mid-fight. And honestly, losing the opportunity to use a greater fire protection potion isn't that big of a deal. In Heat Level 3, we already have high resistances, so any fire damage that does come out is usually resisted. So the bosses where this is going to help are the following. Magmadar uses a fear, and that fear will send players away from their paladins or shamans, and most of our deaths on Magmadar were because of this issue alone. Especially if you don't have any reliable ways to break the fear, you may just be running into no man's land for a while. Gehenna's also gets a bit dicey with how spread out people will be with the amount of rain of fires that are thrown around, and it only takes a single tick of fire damage and 1 second out of aura range to get taken out. Gar is kinda hit or miss with this issue. He spits out little dudes that are going to send you flying away from people, but the odds of this little dude hitting you twice in a row are fairly low, but it will happen. These little dudes are what mainly inflict the con flag for this fight, so it's better to be safe than sorry for Heat Level 3. Baron was where the issue of outranging fire aura really showed its face. The main mechanics: 3 players get the bomb debuff and must run away and dump their bomb away from the kite path for Baron. While at the same time, Baron will periodically make the melee and tank run away from him while he does his pulsing AoE. So there's a lot of movement and running around, and all these factors become a non-issue when you stop relying on the fire res aura and start relying on the magic resist potions. Ragnaros will be the other boss that will have this issue. There's a lot of movement involved, lots of spreading out needed, and people getting knocked around left and right. There's just too many variables to only rely on fire res aura. Of course, this issue could show itself in any of the Molten Core fights, or might even stop you from attempting higher level heats because your raid lacks enough shamans or paladins. If you've got enough potions, you'll be able to manage without the crutch of a fire res aura. Considering you don't need 226 fire res for trash pulls, you'll only be using them during boss fights. This is something that's definitely worth considering using for at least the first few weeks of Molten Core and the higher heat levels. The mats are super cheap as well. Much like all the other herbs on the market right now, it's just 1 Khadgar's Whisker and 1 Purple Lotus to craft. It's simple stuff. And as soon as people start getting more tier 1 and other crafted pieces, we won't have to rely on jank methods like this to survive. Hopefully this helps with people out there struggling with reaching the caps for the heat levels. Don't forget to subscribe and let me know if there's any other interesting ways to skirt around the Heat Level 3 requirements. And, as they say, bye.